Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. I want to ask this question. You have an ideal, you have some values, and you act upon those values. So you say, and then you make those decisions. And then you have someone who says, you know what, if I give you $5, can you change your values? And you say no. And say, okay, what if I give you $10? And you say yes. Gives you $10, you change one of the values, and let's say you are for whatever naughty idea the person who gave you the $10 uh, asked you to. What kind of person are you? So the reality that you had values at the beginning and you made decisions based on the values you had or ideals. And then you have someone who says, I'm going to give you $5 or $10 and do it differently, and you do it. What does it mean? All right, so this is the case with European Union, Poland, and Poland's laws and regulations. So Poland, before the invasion of Ukraine, blah, 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 war in Ukraine, implemented some laws in their countries with the judiciary, with the justice system, with some justices that would punish them, blah, 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 blah. However, they felt fit in their country, and the country filled with the Polish people, right? That's the Polish state, not police, Polish. Polish state, probably is a Polish state as well, but nevertheless, it's a Polish state, and it makes its own laws, and it's part of an organization. But the organization says, I withhold some money from you for COVID relief money if you don't change some policies that you guys agreed in your country, in your land, your territory. And the Polish weasel leaders did what? Did exactly that. They got a $10 and they changed their values. How do you call this? You want to be in that kind of organization? Because if they ask you today for that, tomorrow they can ask for something else. And they will ask you for something else. And they can ask you whatever. Tomorrow they want to say, okay, we don't want you to recognize any genders anymore. And not genders. Gender is misleading. Any sex anymore. No sexes. If you don't do that, we're going to give everybody who does that, each and every country in the European Union will receive $50 billion if they don't recognize any sexes anymore in their culture, in their states. And who doesn't? The country who refuses to do that based on its traditions, values, genetics, science, whatever you want to call it. We're not going to receive that. What would you do? You will get the money and you change your values and you will ignore reality. All right, let's go and read these guys here. That's how it works. European Union. It's a communist system. It's a communist system. Associated Press. Today, June 14, 2022. Poland changes judiciary law. Demands EU release COVID funds. Like in a dark bar. There's the, hey, here is your money. No, here is your change. Give me the money now. That's how it works. Demands the EU release the COVID funds. Do you need EU for that? Yeah, because if you need that, you're in their nail right there. They can do whatever they want. This is how it works. Warsaw. Poland has replaced the controversial. Controversial means when it deviates from the imposed script. It's not what reality, because right now it's controversial, for instance, to say certain things that are obvious. Outside is light. Oh, you can't say that. You know what I mean? And I go back to sexes. It's controversial to say certain things that are obvious and scientifically proven. Why? Because it deviates from the script imposed by certain guys that have nothing to do with us. With us. Remember, with us. They're not with us. They're with themselves. So that's what it is. Controversial. This is controversial. It's not controversial that you're, I don't know, talking about make it legal to have, I don't know, killings of children or something, innocent civilians and so on. It's not about that. Yeah, that would be controversial, obviously. It's not that. They set an agenda, and whatever deviates, that's controversial. Go back in line. And they call you names for that. Why? They try to make you shut up. Don't spread the word. Poland has replaced a controversial, I don't know, I can't assess this situation deep enough to realize if that's so or not. But that's the if it's controversial or not, how controversial it is. But it was a decision made by this country. I say, well, you're in the European values. Like what? Don't start me with pedophilia and teaching of children certain kind of education in school that is the European value, hiding behind the European values, tolerance to an extent. And you're intolerant with my values. How about that? You want me to be tolerant with your naughtiness, but you're not tolerant to my values, to my culture, to my traditions, to my religion. Actually, not my religion, because the religion that it's in Europe is a foreign religion. It's coming from the Middle East. It's not their ancestors' religion. Just if you want to talk like that, it's not made by them. By them. It was borrowed by the guy's wife because it's the victimhood religion. If you want to take it that way. Yeah, I'm bad. Make me good. I'm bad. I'm bad. Yes. Let's make it together and let's have everybody. Anyway, not gonna get into that. Forget about it. So anyway, the latest twist and long-running dispute with the European Union over the country's judicial independence. The Poland's leading politician said Tuesday he hoped the Europe would have a proper reaction to the move. Let's give him the money. The EU has frozen billions of euros of pandemic funds for Poland over criticism of its rule of law record. And I have Jaroslaw Kaczynski insisted that Poland has met the EU's demands for change to the regulations on the judiciary. Well, the thing is, if you agree, as I said, if you agree with that, what are you going to do next? And you have the Ursula von der Leyen, who I urge you to go and check how she got the position she's got. Supposedly the president of the European Commission, blah, blah. Please look how she was elected and by whom. She was grabbed by her, okay, put over here and said, guys, vote for her. But who is she? Oh, she was some German politician, wasn't she, or something? It's unbelievable. And she has, I don't know if she has much power. I think she's just the speaker of other people. She knows she knows the script, so she's not going to be controversial whatsoever. She's the person who's going to read the script perfectly. That's her job. But she has the whole European Union. She talks in the name of all that power behind her. That's the problem. She's an ideologue. She follows the directions. She was sponsored by the same guys that are not with us. They're not with us. And she's going to say everything, and she's going to have the power of the European Commission and banks and industry and business interests and weasel politicians and all that. And she was taken, put over there, and everybody say, gotta vote, okay? Gotta vote. Anyway, not like that, but you know what I mean. No more money for you. Basically, that's what it is. That's a political suicide. So here you have it, Poland. Thank you very much. You just sold your soul to the devil. Yeah, because they're going to ask more, and they're going to ask more, and they're going to ask more. Remember what Hungary did the same thing. They made that controversial law that in their school, the children should not get a certain kind of so-called education, indoctrination in certain naughty ideas about physiology and human sexual and preferences, and you know what I mean, exactly what I mean. And I don't know when they're going to change. When Orban goes, who the hell knows who's going to come and replace that guy? And they're going to get it. Money. Why? Because you're not independent. Russia is independent. Look what happens to it. Do you think that the whole war was, like I posted a video a minute ago regarding the Pope? Yeah, that Pope. Talking about maybe this war was provoked and maybe this war could have been avoided. Oh my God, you're a Putin spy right here. Really, I don't know if the Pope knows what he's talking about, but I think he's got a big point that I agree with. All this could have been, what do you think in the articles they always say unprovoked war, unprovoked, like, it was unprovoked invasion of Iraq, unprovoked invasion of Afghanistan. Everything is unprovoked. No, it's not unprovoked. Everything has a reason. Why do you think I went in? Okay, did you listen to why I went in? Oh, you ignore them. Okay, that's a different story. It's not that there are no reasons to provoke me to do this. It's just that you don't acknowledge them and you ignore them. That's a different story. You can say the ignored reasons and that led to being unprovoked because we ignored the reasons. That's a different story. Reasons are always. Now, are the reasons legitimate or not? Because I can I'm going to come and slap you for a reason that is no good reason for me to do that. You know what I mean? Where I defend myself invoking a made-up reason. There you have it. And you have that in the Middle East a lot. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, and look for the truth and be just.